How do I only DP or do just the lines, not the entire block in vimdiff? I'm currently using macvim, snapshot 64, split diff by. Menu option. The file is Django's my, settings.py, from version 1.3.1 to a fresh file from version 1.4. I know two basic commands. Do to obtain, and replace, a block from the other side. DP to put, and replace, a block to the other side. But those two commands writes the entire block, which in macvim is the purple highlights. If you look at the second block, you can see that from line 2 and 3 only has two words that are different, misite and Hobbs 3. I just want to replace per line, not the entire block. So what is there a command to replace do and DP per line as opposed to an entire block, or do I have to manually type it out? Bonus question, I noticed that once I manually edit a block, I lose the purple highlighting. How do I refresh the diff again to include the highlights without reopening the file? Please try to keep the answers vim general as opposed to macvim specific.
There are a number of ways to do this. Select the range of lines in the destination buffer that you want to obtain from the source buffer and use diff. For example, you could visually select a range of lines with v, then type diff. Select the range of lines in the source buffer that you want to put into the destination buffer and use diff put. For example, to put the current line into the other buffer, type diff put. Use yank and put. Select the range of lines in the source buffer that you want to copy into the destination buffer, yank them using Y, move the cursor to the destination buffer and put them where you want them with P or P, then delete the lines you don't want. Yanked is above, but in the destination buffer, visually select the range of lines you want to replace, not necessarily the same number of lines, and type 0p. That uses the 0, 0, register which always contains the text of the most recent yank. To refresh the display to show the proper highlighting, execute diffupdate, or simply diffuse. Sometimes that isn't sufficient and you need to move the cursor to the other window to complete the refreshing. You can read more about copying diffs in.
I also wanted to modify one line at a given moment during a diff. So I created a simple map and put them in my vimdiff file. You could use do instead of dg, but I am more used to thinking diff instead of obtain. For your bonus, I just use another simple map twice. Now, df will turn off / on the diff mode, so I just turn it off and back on. And a bonus option is to add. This will allow you to undo a typo or unwanted change on the other file / window, because undo of just you will only undo a change in the present window.
Another way is to prepend the diff put command with the line range you're interested in. So in your example, you would issue the following command in the left-hand pane.
If you want the scope file, please consider subscribing.